guys, Adam here. Today it is a Friday night. This is my first game of You Don't Know Jack Louder Faster Funnier. I'm planning to do a walkthrough, so let's get started. Now Josh is not here right now. His parents are at home. He doesn't take calls when his parents are home. He's usually, available at some time. Anyways, enough of that, let's get started. Here we go. 60 seconds.
This is your idea of fun on a Friday night? Well, whatever. I'm getting paid at least. Let's start things off with you telling me how many players we've got.
One player.
Okay, you're a single player, right? Now, keeping it easy, please type in your name for me.
There you go. Now this game's a little different. It says it has an episode.
Okie dokie. Have a look around and choose an episode.
Now there's episodes. We can only do the ones we can do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, I'm just waiting for you.
5 episodes. We're gonna pick a one at random. For episode 1, we're gonna play the Halloween.
30 seconds. Your buzzer is the letter B, as in bra.
For our first episode, we're gonna play October, which is Halloween.
20 seconds. So we're going. Now when a question pops up, you gotta buzz in. Then to pick the answer that you want, just hit that number on the keyboard. Follow me? Easy breezy. See you on the flip side.
Remember, this game is Jackbox Games. And I'm not playing on Steam. It is on a real CD. Here we go. The categories don't get random. The categories are from the episode. Whoever you pick one, that's the only.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
All right, welcome to our Halloween episode. I gotta warn you ahead of time, some of the stuff is pretty creepy, so, if you get really scared, I'll be more than happy to help. Oh! Ah! Ah! What the hell is that? Oh, God! Oh, it's a thread. I thought it was a hangnail or something. Oh, I hate those. You get salt in those, they get snagged on your sweater. Yeah, I'll tell you.
And let's get started.
Give me a category.
Hey!
For your viewing pleasure, but it's just not breakfast without blood sausage. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Alright, okay, fat, calories, sugar, salt. Hey, everybody's got to cut down on something, right? If Dracula decides to cut back on his intake of red blood cells, what disease should he look for in his victims? Diabetes, hemophilia, hypertension, or anemia? Anemia is characterized by a lack of red blood cells.
Yes!
I was fat, but then I tried a handy anemia shake for breakfast and lunch, plus a modest dinner. Look at me now!
There's 15 questions.
Alright, I need a category.
Oh my god. I'm not picking
Question alert. Question alert.
Well, what do we have here? Worse than Sour Patch Kids on a paper cut. $1,000 if you get it. Okay, Halloween, huh? It's that time of year, and that means that... excuse me, right back.
Trick or treat!
Oh, look at you. You're an old-fashioned American girl, aren't you? Oh, your mommy and daddy must be so proud. Gee, where are your mommy and daddy? And what's with that axe? Why does it have 40 whacks written on it in blood? Oh, sweetie, have you killed your mommy and daddy, huh? Who's trick-or-treating? Carrie White, Lizzie Borden, Calamity Jane, or Belle Starr?
Let's say Carrie White.
Carrie? Wrong. Now you probably feel like burying your head under some dirty pillows, don't you? Why didn't you pick this one? American history tells us that Lizzie Borden was that sweet young thing that took an axe to her ma and pa. Whoa, I guess that's just how weird things can get when you've just eaten a garbage bag full of those crappy black and orange peanut butter pieces of wax. Throw me a category. May I introduce Michael Jackson's White as a Ghost. You get this one, you pocket 2,000 bucks. Forward march. Say Michael Jackson filmed his Thriller video at the Arlington National Cemetery. Since he's buried there, who could have starred as one of the exhumed breakdancing ghouls? Ben Franklin, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, or Henry Kissinger?
Let's say Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy is buried at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia along with his brother Robert. Ask not what your Tito can do for you, but what you can do for your Tito. Category, please. Let's have a big warm welcome for, are you ready for some Halloween? $1,000 at stake on this one. And now, your question. Suppose the author of the poem The Raven were the mascot for the football team, the Baltimore Ravens. What would you expect to see during a game? Edgar Allan Poe leading cheers, E.E. Cummings in a furry suit, Nathaniel Hawthorne doing cartwheels, or Herman Melville shaking hands with fans. That sick, twisted bastard Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven.
Wow, these answers
1, 2, 3, 4. When's the next time we're going to score? All right, pick a category. Yeah, way to choose that category. You're about to take a bite out of a dis or dat.
I'm not skipping the
And this dis or dat questions category is, pour some sugar on me. Now, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, you got to tell me if it's a candy bar or a porn star. As each one comes up, if it's a sweet you'd find in your trick-or-treat bag, press 1. If it's a treat you'd find behind the curtain at the video store, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip it. For each right answer, you get $500. And $500 is going to be taken away if you get it wrong and you don't get to it. Okay, you got 30 seconds. You ready? Let the games begin. Almond Joy, Cicciolina, Butterfish, Mound, Annie Sprinkle, Kit Kat. Last one, right? Ain't got no more. Simply put, you rock. Check this out.
That was easy.
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it. All right, let's get on with the game. Time to pick a category. The category? Calendars are spooky. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Hey, there's nothing scarier than a fill-in-the-blank question, right? Well, don't look now, because there's one on your computer monitor! If you were being chased by Jason on Friday the 13th in October, you know what I mean, it's Friday and it's the 13th of October, okay? On what day of the week should you expect to be chased by Michael Myers on Halloween? Come on. See, and then you wonder why I don't bring my friends over.
Oh, sorry.
All you had to do was type this. If there's a Friday the 13th in October, Halloween's going to be on a Tuesday. Just whatever you do, don't fall asleep in between. Throw me a category. Let's take a look at satisfaction. Got it in the bag. I'm gonna make this one $1,000. All right, for this one, choose the answer that best completes the following sequence. Snickers miniatures, blank Snickers, Snickers, Snickers big one. Is it bite size, snack size, fun size, or munchie size?
He's either bite or fun. Let's go with
1. No, that'd be a peanut. Here's the one you didn't pick. The next size of Snickers after Snickers miniatures are fun-size Snickers. And aren't they just the cutest little things? I mean, look at them, so little and delicious and they're chocolatey and they really are fun.
Alright, that's the end of question number 7, so that means round 1 is over. Now let's go ahead to round 2. Now remember, all the dollar amounts are doubled. Let's get back to it.
All right, I need a category.
Oh, God. I'm thinking free. have to do it.
Here we have, don't spook me or I'll pee right here.
God.
Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. Okay, imagine you're going to... Oh my God, did you hear that? Is there something in the attic? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be the... Wait a minute. I'm not Catholic. According to children's author Shel Silverstein, what's in the attic? A light, ghosts, a sidewalk, or flowers? So you don't lose any sleep over it. Shel Silverstein's poetry anthology is called A Light in the Attic, but I still prefer having a nightlight in the potty. Give me a category.
9.
For your enjoyment, I've got a witch I need scratched.
Oh, God,
this one can get you
$6,000.
$6,000. Hey, looking for love? Well, check out this personal ad. Maybe something will pan out for you. Single female in search of non-Puritan males looking for magic. Barbados native later moved to Salem. Likes, care of kids, housekeeping, and that witchy woman
Not
song.
Sacagawea.
Cotton Mather need not respond. Now, who placed the ad? Sacagawea, Hatshepsut, Tituba, or Goody Proctor?
Should I go with 2? Let's go for it.
All right, give me the keys.
Darn it.
Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. I'm talking about the Salem witch trials here. Tituba, a slave from Barbados, was accused of and imprisoned for corrupting the children in her keep with lessons of voodoo and witchcraft. However, if you do respond to the ad, I gotta warn you, it's tough finding a restaurant she likes. I mean, she only eats things cooked in a giant kettle over an open flame and seasoned with eye of newt. Time to pick a category. Hey, not bad. You chose a When Did Happen.
What the heck? What is this?
All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Man first walks on the moon. Then I'm going to list off 7 other events like this one. All you got to do for each one is tell me whether it happened before or after man first walked on the moon, or if it never happened at all. Buzz in when the correct answer is lit, you'll get $1,000. But be careful, if you buzz in when the incorrect answer is lit, you lose $1,000 each time you're wrong. Hope you got all that. Let's do it. This When Did Happen is called Electric BoogaBoo. You know, scary stuff happens all the time, but nothing scarier than sequels. And speaking of sequels, I want you to remember this particular event. Halloween 2, The Nightmare Isn't Over, is released. Now, did this movie come out before
Exorcist
Halloween
2,
2, after it, or did it never come out at all?
It's either after or never. Never. No, before. Bram Stoker's Dracula 2, Victoria. Never happened. Hello, Mary, You Call Night 2. After. House 2, The Second Story. After. Skimboy 2 Feet, Unhappy Campers. Never. Oops. After. Playboy 2 Afterbirth. Schoolhouse 2 90 Nightmare. After.
That'll do
I
it.
did awful.
Okay, let's take a look at the damage. Whoa, that was pathetic. Let's take a look at your overall score now. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we?
I'm way down in the negative.
All right, pick a category. Let's see what we got going. I'm scared. Hold me. One right
Oh my
answer and
God,
you got
another
$6,000 coming at you. You know, Halloween doesn't always have to be about scary stuff. For instance, check this out. Which of these does not have anything to do with dead people? Necrobia, necrology, necrophilia, or necromancy?
Let's try necromancy.
But I thought I could have sworn that no, please, no.
Ah, darn it. It's necrology.
You want to see what the smart money says?
Yes,
It's a bug!
Necrobia.
Necrobia is simply the name of a genus of beetles. Of course, those beetles may be feeding on the flesh of a dead person, but I'm not really sure if that counts. Category, please.
What? Okay, that's weird. Some of the questions came back.
This one's called Kumbaya, Mr. President. Kumbaya. $2,000 for a correct answer. All right, you know how presidents go to Camp David, right? Which is very reassuring to know that, like in our time of need, the leader of the free world is out making s'mores somewhere. Considering the person for whom Camp David is named, how do presidents most likely end their campfire ghost stories? And Carter's son-in-law still howls. And Eisenhower's grandson can hear us. And FDR's dog. Camp David is named after Eisenhower's grandson, Camp.
Yep.
I mean David. Well, I guess you can't really blame the presidents for taking a little break at camp. Things get tough when you live in the White House, and nothing helps you unwind like pitching a tent, building a fire under the stars, and swimming across the lake for a panty raid. All right, I need a category. All right, give it up for using devilish children as role models. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Hey, figure out this formula for me. Do it now. Hillary Rodham Clinton book plus creepy flick about evil blonde alien kids equals it takes a Valley of the Dolls, it takes a Village of the Damned, it takes a City of Lost Children, or it takes a house on Sorority Row. This is going to end in tears.
Sorry, I'm way
For the
off.
curious, here's the right answer. Hillary wrote It Takes a Village, and the freaky movie is Village of the Damned. Very interesting combination. On the one hand, you've got this nightmarish horror element, and on the other hand, you've got some old movie. Throw me a category. The category is, I'll have a soulless corpse on the rocks. How does $4,000 grab you? All right, give me your best shot. If zombies attack your local bar, slaughter the patrons, and spill everyone's zombie drinks, what would be caking the floors and walls? Blood, pineapple juice, and rum. Gray matter, vermouth, and gin. Slimy organs, coke, and whiskey, or eyeball goo, tonic water, and brandy.
It's either one or two. Let's go with one.
Typically, a zombie is made with rum, pineapple, and a couple other juices. Now what I want to know is how the zombies got in the bar in the first place. Hello? Bouncers? Don't tell me the undead still carry IDs. Oh, it's been years since I've been carded.
Oh no, question number 15. And we only have to play one category.
Well, you've made it to the Jack Attack. Here's the deal. If you see two words that go together, buzz in and you get $2,000. If you buzz in when they don't go together, you can say goodbye to $2,000. Here's the fun part. Remember the clue. The words only match if they fit this clue. Monster Rock Band. Now, start banging your head on the keyboard, dude.
Big head, Todd, and the blank. I'm gonna say stones if it comes back up. Oh, this is tricky. 10,000. I would have said ghouls, but I better make sure. No, it's vampires. Funnier. I think it's dead. Or Funnier monsters. That's tough, man. White zombie. Suxy and the blank. Dragons, that's my guess. Or Femmies. We don't know about. There might be giants. The soup. I don't know. And the vampires, I guess.
not bad considering you played by yourself. Let's see what you did to your score. That's the game.
500.
Yeah, that was one roller coaster of a game, huh? You know, the kind with the pretty horses that goes around in a circle and your parents are aiming a camera at you screaming, "You don't know Jack!"
Okay, that episode was okay. Not bad. Have some few thoughts on new movies, but that's pretty good.
Hey, kids, have you heard? It's cool to be a nerd. And now there's a cereal for you and all your
You're the number one name on the high scoreboard.
The
Think you can
cereal
handle the
computer.
responsibilities?
Screw the
You know, it's a lot like Miss
famous
America,
sports
except
celebrities.
I'm not going to sing to you.
If
If you'd like to play again while practicing your wave and that beautiful toothy smile, just let me know. Hey, if you think this episode is a keeper, hit F and save it on your favorites list. I hear they're even more delicious the next day. Okie dokie.
Breakfast of Gigglewimps.
I
That's
thought
it.
about holding the door open for her, but when I looked down at my bracelet, I thought, what would Satan do? So I slammed the door in her face and bit the heads off all the lab rats.
Satanko. Hearts.
Flowers.
Bunny rabbits.
Teddy bears.
Babies.
Ponies.
This commercial may not be funny, but at least it doesn't offend anyone. Let's hold hands.
This public service announcement brought to you by the Politically Correct Coalition, raising sensitivity issues throughout the upper middle class, primarily white, college-educated segment of the population for over 8 years.
You want to hear bad luck? I lost my job, my house, my dog got run over.
Just like the letter said, it started within 24 hours. First, I slammed the car door in my hand 3 times. Then my hair fell out. I slept with my dad.
My fiance had a dentist appointment. It was just a routine cavity. I mean, how do you die from getting a filling? It only got worse after that. I contracted malaria. I got struck by lightning. Slept with my dad.
How hard is it to make 10 copies to send to 10 friends? That's what, $3.30 in stamps? Look, bad luck happens. This is no joke. Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Brought to you by the United States Postal Service.